Welcome back to the Rebel Movement podcast with me, your host, Tierra Womack, for today's episode, where I'm going to blend human design, wealth consciousness, and entrepreneurship to help any of you ladies listening to step into your full money story and glory. Today, we're diving into a topic that I see holding so many women back and something I used to struggle with as well, which is why we often struggle to step into the identity of receiving money overflow. You might have set your financial goals, created affirmations, and worked hard in your business, but still something seems to block that consistent flow of money. It's not just about the actions you take, it's about who you believe you are when it comes to receiving wealth. So today we'll explore the deeper reasons behind the struggle and how to shift into the identity of overflow. As a human design and money manifestation expert, I've seen countless women holding themselves back from receiving the money that's available to them. And it's not that they're not capable, it's often that there are subconscious beliefs and identity blocks that create a ceiling on how much they're willing to receive. So let's start by unpacking a few of the core reasons why this happens. So, first is cultural conditioning and the good girl syndrome. So, one of the biggest reasons women struggle with receiving money overflow is cultural conditioning. And many of us were raised to be good girls. I know I was really taught to be selfless, accommodating, and to put others first. And as a result, we've absorbed the belief that asking for more, wanting more, receiving more, expecting more is somehow selfish or greedy. So, how does this affect your identity? Well, this conditioning creeps into our money mindset. It makes it hard to feel deserving of money, especially if you're used to prioritizing the needs of others over your own. So, you might unconsciously block wealth because you fear that stepping into overflow will make you less good or alienate you from people who still hold these beliefs. So, how do you shift? One of the most powerful ways to shift this is by reframing how you view receiving money. It's not about taking from others, it's about allowing yourself to receive what you're worth. Because when you have more, you can give more. You can uplift your family, your community, and just like the world around you in general. Another deep rooted block for women is the fear of outshining others. Whether it's your partner, your family, friends, many women feel an unspoken pressure to not outgrow or out earn the people around them. So you might worry if you start receiving a large overflow of money that you'll be seen differently or that relationships might suffer, right? So this fear affects your identity because it keeps you small. It holds you back from stepping into the version of yourself who is truly abundant because, on some level, you're afraid that your success will create distance between you and the people you love. So, how do we shift this? Here's the truth. Your success does not diminish anyone else's light. In fact, when you allow yourself to receive and grow, you become an inspiration. You show other women, your community, even your family what's possible. So instead of shrinking, step into your power with the intention of lifting others up as you rise. Now, the next is subconscious money stories passed down through generations. So let's talk about this generational money stories. Many of us are carrying subconscious beliefs about money that have been passed down through our families. So if you grew up seeing women in your life struggle financially or being taught that money is hard to come, well, those stories likely became part of your identity. I know when I became a single mother, I had only saw other single moms struggle. So I carried that belief until I chose to shift it into being prosperous, no matter the state of my motherhood, right? Or my relationship status. So, how does this affect your identity? Even if you've consciously decided that you want to experience wealth and overflow, these old beliefs can still linger in your subconscious, creating a disconnect between your desires and what you're allowing yourself to receive. So, how do we shift it? The first step is awareness. Start by identifying the money stories you inherited. Things like money doesn't grow on trees, or it's hard for women to be financially successful and keep a home or raise kids, yada, yada. Like once you're aware of these stories, you can reprogram your mind with new beliefs, such as money flows to me easily, even while I sleep, or I'm fully supported in receiving money, or it's okay to receive money overflow, like just whatever those new belief systems and stories need to be for you to shift. This is where your human design can also come in. So, look at your gates, especially in your root and ego centers, to see where you're holding on to these limiting beliefs about money. By recognizing how these energies play out in your design, you can begin to consciously rewrite your money story. And I did a podcast episode on what some of those gates are in your root and your ego center when it comes to money. So definitely check that out. Now, the next is going to be struggling with worthiness and deservingness. Another huge block that women face is a deep sense of unworthiness because you might feel like you're not good enough or you haven't done enough to deserve money overflow. And this sense of unworthiness can be very subtle, but it has a huge impact on how much you allow yourself to receive. And this affects your identity because if you don't feel worthy of receiving more, no amount of hard work, the strategies, the systems, the foundations, the coaches, none of that will bring you the money you desire because your energy will always reflect your internal belief system. So, how do you shift this? Well, worthiness is not something you have to earn. It's our birthright, just like being prosperous. You are worthy today as you are. So, practice affirming your worth on a daily basis or use tools like mirror work where you literally look at yourself and affirm, I am worthy of receiving everything I desire. Over time, this starts to shift your internal identity, making it easier to receive money. And then a final block that often goes unnoticed is the fear of responsibility. Many women are unconsciously afraid that receiving more money will come with more responsibility, more taxes, more clients, more pressure to maintain the wealth. And this fear can cause you to self sabotage or create feast and famine cycles in your business. I know I did. Again, I'm raising my hand there. And this affects your identity because you might associate money with stress or overwhelm, which makes it difficult to fully step into the identity of someone who receives and manages money easily. So, how do we shift this? Remind yourself that with more money comes more freedom, more options. I love options, not just more responsibility. And you can hire help, you can delegate, right? You can create systems to support you as you grow financially. It's not about doing it all yourself, it's about expanding your capacity to receive and manage money with ease. All right, so stepping into the identity of receiving money overflow requires a deep shift in how you see yourself. It's not just about strategy or action, it's about releasing old beliefs, rewriting your money story, and embracing the fact that you are worthy of money. And if you are ready to step more into money and have struggled with feast and famine cycles in the past, you need to join me and the other Rebel Movement ladies at our free manifesting event where I'm going to dive even deeper into what we covered this episode because at the event, I'm going to give you actions and practices in addition to the mindset pieces that we started to uncover today to shift your identity into the prosperous, amazing woman that you are here to be. So, this event is on Wednesday, October 16th, 11 a.m. Eastern, and the link to register is in this episode show notes. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Rebel Movement podcast. If this episode resonated with you, subscribe, leave a review, and share it and the event with the women in your life who are ready to step into their own money overflow. It is so much more fun to be rich together, right? Like the tide raises all boats. So remember, money is your birthright, and it's time to claim it. Until next time, keep manifesting and stay true to your unique design. Ciao.